Hi guys, Alex here. So I would like to speak today about waking up through trauma. Is it possible to wake up through trauma? And the answer is yes. I saw a lot of times and it also happened to me. Because first of all, we need to understand what is trauma. And I know that a lot of people know and there is a lot of plenty of descriptions on internet. But let's say for some of you, you don't know. And the trauma and traumatic events are the events who are frozen in time, which we had bad experience and we were so afraid or something happened that we couldn't process it, and our body, mind then shut down our natural reactions and somehow was really kept us into that space and time when this traumatic event happened. And some of us really, when we just think of that, it can become really bad experience. We are afraid to do something else or to go into that situation or the similar situation. From some of us also is a problem like we don't remember the situation. That means that our like subconscious or our body mind, which wants to protect us from that bad experience, gave us that we don't remember the situation. But that doesn't mean that this is not here. That doesn't mean that this is not appearing in certain situations, because we can see that we have our behaviors in a certain situations when we don't have control over it. And if this is too long, it really becomes our identity and we say that's who we really are. But this is not true. We are much more than that. And when we start examining that, when we start really to penetrate into our painful body, when this event happened, we start to discovering all of that flavors from that event, which can be painful. But first of all, we need to understand that when we start to do that, we need the client or we need to be safe. We need to feel safe. We need to have support. And when we feel safe and supported in that moment, that means that we can re-experience this traumatic event. And all the traumas has their own wisdom inside. That's why they protecting and kept us somehow safe in that time. But in that moment was necessary. But later on in our life, it is really not helping us so much. It is blocking us to live our life as we want. And when we start really to exploring that, there is so much beautiful things when we can learn from that, our painful events, our traumatic events. That means that we start waking up to ourselves. That means we start to uncover that our false identity which trauma created in us. And when we start to see that for ourselves, we start to be more and more free, more and more loving again. And all these connections, beautiful connections we make with ourselves, which we forgot that they are here for us. Working with trauma and traumatic events, I really found beautiful work in that. But the first step is that you need to realize that there is maybe still something hidden or there is still something to work on it. And for that is definitely needs courage. Because all of that things we are also passing to our family members, or our child, to our friends. Because we are not aware of that subconscious thing going on, and it's like projecting into the world. Or we want to be safe, or we want to, I don't know, just to be seen, or to be understood, or nobody can understand me. Whatever story is behind of that is that trauma is written for you in that moment. Some of the traumatic events also we got from our parents, from our grandma, from our society, from the collective, And it's not even ours, but we don't know why we have these thoughts, why we experience that pain, which we never maybe was not aware of, or maybe we were not there in that moment. But somehow there is some kind of a painful or conflict going on inside of us. So all of that is really opportunity for you, that you can just see for yourself, where are you holding on to? And what is the purpose of that pain which you're experiencing? It's not that we are going to fight with it, but to explore it for ourselves. That we stopped identified ourselves as a somebody or something. That we start realizing that what we are in our core is always free, it's always fresh. I cannot say it's new, but every time we meet, it's like a meeting yourself fully. In a fresh new way, every time. And that is healing itself. So that means that we stopped identifying with the world. That means that we are stopped to believe what world represents to us. Because we then wake up beyond beliefs. And when we wake up beyond beliefs, we start noticing that quality of our own being, which is always free. Like I said, it's fresh and it's full of wisdom and peace. That means that you are stop living as a belief, as a person in your head, but you start to experience quality of that realization. And that quality as a realization, you as a person will appear in the world full of love and compassion. You're not making that compassion to happen or love, because in your core you're already that. But all of that false idea identification need to fall off, that you realize that. And trauma is the major thing, and it's one thing I know that we can wake up from it and see who we really are in our core. So thank you for listening, and till the next time. So if you see that video is helpful for you, you can just maybe give thumbs up. It really helps to this channel to spread, or maybe just subscribe to this channel, that you will be notified whenever I put a new video or new content out. So thank you for now, and till the next time. Bye bye.